What's up? It's Bro Talk Banner, hosted by me, Casey Lewis. Today we have Caden Van Horn and Benton Cossack on the set. So guys, how are we doing?
Doing pretty good.
Good? Caden,
Yes.
how you doing?
Good day so far.
Alright, so recently I just watched the new Garfield movie. It was, overall, it was kind of basic. The plot was like, it was like a Paw Patrol movie, to be honest. It wasn't my crowd favorite. But y'all, what do y'all think? Have y'all seen or heard about the new Garfield movie?
I have not seen the new movie, but
I have not seen it, but I've heard it's pretty good. So a little better than Paw Patrol, from what I've heard.
I do feel like a lot of movies have been lackluster lately, mainly because they all follow like the same formula, and it's gotten very bland. Because it's literally just like the main character, they have a problem, they meet somebody who can either solve that problem or help them.
Yep.
And then there's a conflict, and then end of movie. Like there's no difference between movies nowadays. It's like gotten bland.
It's like that plot structure where they meet the mentor, then they have to rise to the challenge, then defeat the bad guys, whoever it is, then finally come out on top and become changed.
So, Caden, how would your plot structure work then? What's
Okay,
the ideal plot structure?
I like movies that have like an ending that you would not expect. Like either the villain wins, because like you're never gonna expect that, but it also leaves it up for like a second movie. That's not just like what Marvel's doing now, which is like, oh yeah, you did this. Oh, but now there's this other guy. Uh-oh, look out. It's just gotten so dumb, and like so I feel like a good thing that a lot of movies can start doing is not just delving it straight into the characters themselves, but also having side plots that add on to the movie as well, and are not just for like comedic value or something. I feel like something else should arise as a conflict that's not directly intertwined with that direct story, but still adds on to the plot or the character that we're focusing on.
Yeah. I like that. But, like, say you had a movie that the villain wins.
Mm-hmm.
That would mean at some point on the upcoming movies that they make, the hero's going to win. In that case, would you say it would be fine that the hero wins as long as there was a bigger build-up to it with the villain winning in different movies?
I do feel like that is a good choice. Like in Infinity War, that was such a good movie with such a great ending that left room for a sequel. And it was a great transition from the first movie to a second movie.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I feel like both of those movies were amazing, and I love them.
Yeah, I think Endgame was pretty good because, branching off of your point, like the hero died, Iron Man died, Captain America, what did he do? He got old or something?
Yeah.
Like, it brought out emotions that people, like, it brought out the sadness, but it also brought out something that, like, they can remember it by. Instead of just like a hero wins, everyone's alive, and the villain dies or is in jail or something.
Yeah, they kind of had a different ending than most other movies and left it in a good way. Mm-hmm. Left room for other side stories, like Caden was saying, but also, gave the last final characters, like main characters, a good ending.
Yeah. So, branching off of that, I saw the background visual effects for Infinity War were really great, and Endgame. What do y'all have to say about that?
Well, I feel like the whole area of VFX and post effects, it's gotten a little, I don't really know how to describe it, but it's gotten too good to the point that everybody's using the same programs and the same, because movies back then
Ignore the birds.
Let's talk about birds.
No.
But movies back then, they all try different things and came up with their own sets, their own different expertise in the movie industry. Like Star Wars, they had the very first Star Wars movies. They had done this amazing shot of just toys, and it looked great, and it can still hold up today. But I feel like the same thing that I was talking about earlier, like all of it has just gotten the same. There's not really anything new that's going on. Like since the movie industry has kind of perfected the VFX like industry, it not necessarily perfected, but gotten really good. I don't feel like there's a lot of room to kind of shuffle things around a bit to change things up.
Okay, so would you say that visual effects would need to be like demoted, or like?
I feel like, because every movie kind of looks the same now, which that was like the refresher, and even animated movies, like all of them kind of look the same now. There's not really any differentiating art styles like there used to be. Everything's just 3D animation or 2D animation, and it's just that, which is what I think is just like a boring way to put out a movie.
So, do you remember Cloverfield?
Yes, Cloverfield was such a good movie.
You think that had good visuals and stuff?
I wouldn't say good visuals, but that was the point of the movie. They didn't want it to be good visuals, and it had a unique presence that you don't see in a lot of other movies because they're so streamlined.
Okay. For those who don't know what Cloverfield is, it was this movie that was taken on like a typical iPhone or like a regular camera instead of like professional camera and editing and stuff. They made it seem like someone was recording the whole thing, so that's why we brought it up. But yeah, I agree. I think with all of the best videography and visual effects, I feel like our standards are put too high. But Ben, what do you think?
I think that we found a good median for how much VFX to use and how much like computer animation and all that, but there is like a point you can't cross. You can't add too much. You can't make it seem like it's all computer. So yes, there still has to be good acting involved for sure in movies, and I like that part of it, but it definitely enhances the whole feeling of the movie.
Imagine AI takes over the blue collar industry with like hand working jobs. How would that turn out?
Well, I believe that it would have its positive as well as negative effects. For one, I mean, the negatives, it would definitely take away jobs, limit labor in that industry for sure, like factory work, jobs that people would need, especially if they're like coming into America, starting over, like somewhere to start. And then for like the positives, I mean, it's definitely more efficient. There are like really efficient blue collar workers, but I think AI would do it better. Also, AI could be in the form of robots and like robot automation, assembly lines, that kind of thing.
I also feel like blue collar jobs, I mean, I feel like aren't very susceptible to AI overflow, because AI is very limited, and I don't think, especially in our time, I don't think it's gonna get to that high of a caliber in order to take over just white collar jobs. But also, like, with the topic of AI, you don't see a whole lot of regulations surrounding it. I mean, people with AI can just do whatever they want and not have to face like anything that happens because of it. And I feel like just some laws and regulations should be put in order, but I don't feel like the people like know the true capabilities of AI yet, because it's not really out there quite yet, and it's not very known. But I feel like as the generations, like our generation gets older, I feel like laws do need to be put in place in order to limit AI.
Along with that, how would y'all respond to the theory that AI is gonna like take over the world? I think that's the big question here.
Well, to get AI to think for itself, that's what would be scary, but like Caden said, we're nowhere near that, and hopefully we never reach that. at least from my opinion, because that's scary. I don't think AI has the capabilities, at least definitely doesn't right now, to take over the world. But
Well, I saw this video. Me and Kaden had a little debate about this earlier in the year. It was like AI and this robot like using guns for military action. But I mean, we know that was visual effects now, but like it was fake. I mean, just thinking about it is scary. Like imagine they like receive the capability to utilize like guns and stuff like military officials. Like that's scary.
I mean, we already use AI in war. I mean, we use it in missiles and nukes, and we even have some other robots like have explosives, and then we like send them off bombing. I mean, I feel like it's a very, don't get me wrong, I feel like it's a very inhumane way of warfare just because it's too easy.
Yeah.
Like you can it's just a much too easy attempt to like take someone's life.
yeah, if you're gonna do that and go there, you might as well do it yourself instead of making an AI or robot do it. I mean, I'm not saying you should.
So we're not encouraging murder here, but what we're trying to say is that, well, what I'm trying to say is that I think AI really demoralizes the human way of life, which, because when you think about it, like you're just having someone else put in, or not even someone else, something else to like do work for you, and like where's the satisfaction in you not completing a task but something else doing it for you? Like growing up through high school and middle school, I was raised to do work myself, okay? And when I got done with that work, I'd feel like I accomplished something. But nowadays, when you have AI do something, like it does it for you. So where's the satisfaction in that?
And that's where you could come in and say that AI promotes laziness and, like, off of what you were saying, like people not wanting to do their own work, just wanting to get through it as fast as they can, not really caring about learning anything from it, just kind of want to get to the next thing as fast as they can. And I can relate to that a little bit, but I'm not saying I use AI for just to get ahead of my work, but like that feeling of I just need to get to the next thing, I have a busy day, like I understand that, but people should do their work themselves for sure.
I mean, like the whole art of just human progression is to make things easier for yourself, but I feel like we've just gone way beyond what we've like ever managed to do before, because humans want to take the easy way out. It's just like in our nature. But I do feel like the AI industry has gotten a bit too powerful and a bit too easy. There's no satisfaction in human work anymore. It's just let's try and do this as fast as possible, as cheap as possible, and I mean, it's just a huge issue that I don't feel like gets addressed enough.
I mean, there's a phrase out there that if you want something done easy, give the task to a lazy person and they'll find an easier way to do it. And I think that's exactly what the world is doing right now, all humans. I mean, I think we all want ease in life, but I think that some people believe that life at some point can get easier, but I think life's not going to get easier. You're just going to get stronger through times, and you need to look to get stronger instead of look to make things easier for your life. Mm-hmm. That's my overall basis on AI.
I mean, let's give people some credit, okay? Not everybody out there is lazy and doesn't want to do their own work. I mean, there are a lot of people out there who are hardworking individuals just trying to get things done.
And then, like, I'm not even calling the people that made AI lazy. I mean, I think AI has its greats and not so greats, but it's just the people that use it for lazy intentions. It's just, I think there's a lesson to be learned there. So. Mm-hmm. Ow! I hit my hand. So sorry.
I heard.
Anyways, so we're in the summer right now. Do y'all have summer work to do?
Unfortunately, yeah, summer classes, not as much of homework or summer work for classes, but the actual classes themselves. just over summer is just like kind of weird. I started off the summer taking 2 classes, but then it got overwhelming just because they're trying to fit a whole semester or a whole year of a class into 2 months, and that's just like a lot of work you have to worry about. So I think it's pretty rough sometimes.
It's very contradicting how teachers say, summer's the time to be outside, play with your friends, have great times. And then they give us summer reading, they give us math to do. I mean, the only reason I'm taking college math and college English is so that I don't have to do summer work, and I can get my college classes done and over with. But I think it's just very contradicting how they want us to do all this work during summer. But it stresses people out. I mean, I see people all the time just like AI, they'll find an easier way to do it. For English, I've seen people use SparkNotes. I don't know if y'all use it, but like, I mean, if someone's like so stressed out to do work, they're gonna end up finding an easier way to do it. And I think the school year is the time to do work. I mean, we come to school to do work. Stop giving summer work, please. Okay.
I'd appreciate it.
We have all our lives to work. Please don't make it during our high school years.
We are begging you.
Okay. Anyways, sorry, I ranted.
No, that was good. That was good.
He was bantering.
Kaden, do you have summer work?
I do not actually have summer work, and
Oh my God.
I'm very thankful for that.
Yeah.
I was actually kind of curious because you're taking the college English class. I didn't think we had summer reading for that.
Nope, we don't. College economics. I have a paper due tomorrow night that I haven't started at all.
That's
and I have a
great.
discussion forum that's also due tomorrow night that I'm working a little bit. But I also had my church camps, so I couldn't like work on my economics throughout the week. My plan is to space them out as much as I can, space out the work, but I can't do that if I'm at camp all week. So, but starting next week I'll be good because I can start spacing stuff out because I won't be at camp.
Yep.
But
That's good.
see, I'm a little stressed right now because I got to write a paper by tomorrow. Thanks, calls. Anyways, I keep ranting.
Yeah. Well, I feel like one of the big obstacles, especially in summer, is work. Not so much obstacles, but like just takes up so much time. Cause I work landscaping, and it's a morning to late at night kind of thing. Like it's a whole day gone. I mean, it's good work, but I mean, it's just a lot of time taken up, and especially if you also have schoolwork, there's not a whole lot of time you can actually do this stuff. Because over the summer, it's time to pursue personal goals. Because you can't do that during the school year.
Well, yeah,
because you
not
just
as
got
much.
so much stuff going on, and with the schoolwork coming in, there's not a whole lot that you can do over the summer, like pursuing goals and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we have our whole lives to work. I mean, why give us a bunch of work to do over our free time? Let us enjoy and experience the free time while we have it. So, we have some chips on the table. We got sour cream and onion chips. We got pretzels. I have my hot flamin' Cheetos. Caden's got sun-kissed orange.
That's a drink, Casey.
Yeah. Anyways, you also have your lemonade. I got my Celsius, and we all got water. Guys, I want to hear from both of you, each individually. What is your favorite drink? Whether that's soda, whether that's water, I don't care. I like water. And your favorite snack.
Okay, so I'm gonna talk about drinks first.
Alrighty.
Honestly, some of my favorite drinks are cream soda and root beer. I love the taste. Specifically, IBC root beer is just so good.
I haven't had that.
Really? It's
I'll try it though.
It's canned, not canned, bottled soda, and it's just so good. By far my favorite drink I've ever had. And then favorite chip or just snacks?
For a snack, salty or sweet, I don't care.
All right. Honestly, I'm still gonna go with a chip. I'm gonna go with Doritos, just the normal Doritos. There's something about them. It's just so good. I swear it's addicting. But the taste, the powder, so good.
I can branch off of that. I had flaming hot Cheetos, or not flaming hot Cheetos, flaming hot Dorito. They have like the regular Doritos, and then they have the spicy nacho Doritos, and then they have the flaming hot Doritos. But I had that. Yes, I had the Doritos yesterday. I would have had them on the podcast, but I ate them because they were really good. But personally, my favorite snack would be the extra cheddar goldfish. Every year on my birthday, I'll get like this big milk carton looking thing of extra cheddar goldfish, and I'll eat that thing within a day or two. And favorite drink, I have to go with Dr. Pepper. I mean, everywhere I go, I get water because I know that I need to be hydrated. So, but whenever I do like kind of feel a little risky, I'll get me some Dr. Pepper. What about you, Ben?
I'm a big lemonade guy. Lemonade and sweet tea, really underrated in my opinion. As far as chips and snacks go, I love extra cheddar. Basically anything. Extra cheddar goldfish, as Casey said, and extra cheddar sun chips. Those are pretty good. But, yeah.
Benson, you said lemonade is your favorite.
It is.
What are your thoughts on Arnold Palmer lemonade and sweet tea mix?
The combination, I would say that it's very unique. My personal opinion is that it's not as good as the drinks individually.
What?
But a lot of people would disagree. I'm more of just a lemonade guy rather than sweet tea. So,
What do you think about Chick-fil-A lemonade?
I actually really like it. The fact that they put the actual lemon in it really makes it better in my opinion.
So does my grandfather. Sorry, I think everyone's grandfather loved the Chick-fil-A lemonade. Sorry, I had to throw that out there.
Yeah. Okay, so like fast food like drinks, like does it actually like make them taste different? Because like I feel like the whole thing with McDonald's Sprite. Like,
I was
it's
about
just-
to
it's
say
crazy.
that too. What is that like watered down or something?
I don't know. Like, what do they do to it to make it different?
It tastes so bad.
They
It
brand
tastes like
their own
carbonated water.
Sprite. No, maybe they do that to leave a trademark or something. I don't know.
They just want to be different.
But I haven't been to McDonald's in like
Yeah, it's been a while.
3 years.
Honestly, I'm not a big McDonald's guy. I hate it. It's not good. Everything there tastes so fake.
It's not that bad.
Let's
but-
talk about what really matters here. What is the best fast food chain?
Ooh, all right.
I think me and Kaden are thinking the same thing right now.
I don't know.
I
You
don't
thinking
know.
what I'm thinking, Kaden?
No.
Let's
I
say it
don't think
together.
so.
1,
All right.
2, 3.
Arby's.
Zaxby's. What?
Are you serious?
Okay, hear me out. Hear me out.
I was thinking that.
What other place can you get such a large variety of foods that all taste completely different, and you can? It's just so good. Also, I'm not a huge fast food guy. Honestly, I don't really like fast food.
Alright.
I'm more of a sit-down restaurant guy.
I agree with the different part of Arby's. I don't agree with the taste good part.
It's the same slogan. Let's all say it
Yeah.
together. 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
We have the meats. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I remember from Arby's. I'm sorry.
I mean, that makes it at least a 2-star restaurant, but
I think I personally like their what is it? Is like their cheddar ham, double cheddar ham
Mhm.
thing. But I haven't gotten that in like 5 years. Okay. I'm sorry. I just not a big Arby's fan.
no, but I agree with Casey though. Zaxby's, so good. I could go
Zaxby's?
there, get the same thing every time. Would taste exactly
Exactly.
the same. Good as
Mhm.
always.
I agree. But I will say this about Zaxby's. Their restaurants are a little messy sometimes. I think my
Mhm.
shoes stick to the floor every time I walk in there. But their food is great. I don't like how they give me coleslaw, so I get another piece of bread. I get their wings. I get the wings and things. They give you. Not only do they give you the wings, they also give you the chicken, and then they give you the fries. They give you. Every time I got the wings and things, they gave me like an extra sauce. So, I'm voting Zaxby's all the way through.
Sure, you're not paying extra for that?
Look, I don't care if I pay extra for it. It's worth it. Okay. I'll pay double.
Yeah, at the rate of the inflation going on, you might get your wish.
Yeah. Yeah. That is our food rant. So, what are y'all's experience with school trips? What is y'all's favorite school trip?
I mean, a few months ago, we went to DC. It was such a great experience. Got to see a lot of the monuments.
Mm-hmm.
And I had never gone to DC before. Not a great city, I'm gonna have to say, but the surrounding areas are just really great, especially the monuments. If you haven't gone to see the monuments, go. It's amazing. But honestly, it was just an all-around good time. We rented an Airbnb. We all stayed in. It was a pretty big group, so it was pretty crowded. We all had to sleep on the floor. Not very comfortable. Yes. Don't have a sleeping bag. It's atrocious.
I heard y'all witnessed a drug deal.
We may or may not have witnessed a couple drug deals going on.
See, we're not hating on DC. That was part of his experience.
All right. Well, I was privileged with being able to go to Scotland as a school trip. Not really a field trip, but it was great. Great experience in total. Getting to go there, experience the Scottish culture, see a different part of the world. That was all great. So, very privileged to have gone on that trip. Didn't see any drug deals, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Ben would have been a part of that one. Kidding. We're just joking. No,
Yeah,
we wouldn't have.
just joking. But yeah, great trip, great country. Nothing to say bad about it. I mean, it's a great trip. Although the airport, basically the same as Atlanta and major airports here like New York, kind of busy. At least the one I went to. So.
Oh. Would y'all say that was your favorite school trip?
I would say that it's probably the biggest one that I've done, which was...
Oh, I'm so sorry. I went to Washington, D.C. in 5th grade. I'm so sorry. Anyways, my favorite
Dang.
school trip, so they took us to all, like, a bunch of cities. They took us to New York. They took us to Washington, D.C., and they took us to Virginia. It was a very great experience. We went to Busch Gardens in Virginia. It was like a theme park. So it was a great experience. New York, we went to, I forgot what they called it. You went to this like high tower and you can like look at the city from it. Washington D.C., we got to see all the monuments. Got to see Abraham Lincoln's statue. It was really cool. And that was probably my favorite trip. A lot of people would probably say that my favorite trip should have been the trip to Costa Rica. It was the trip to Costa Rica was great. I got to minister to little kids.
You also harassed the sloth.
I also harassed a sloth. But not really. I just accidentally... Look, the sloth had a bunch of bugs on it, alright? They were probably eating him alive very, very slowly.
What did you do to the sloth?
I blew the bugs off of him, which scared him away. He was climbing on a rope over my head, and
I'm sure he ran away really fast.
No, he was a little slow guy, but I probably saved him 20 years of his life from blowing the bugs off. He had a lot, like you have no idea, but Costa Rica was a great trip, I will admit, but I think Washington D.C., New York, and Virginia was my favorite one because I'm a band kid, and that was the whole band arts trip. Chorus went, orchestra went. The only people that didn't go was the theater kids. Womp womp. But yeah.
We're also having another school trip coming up, and where are you guys thinking of going for that?
Ben, where are you going for this next school trip?
Either Kenya or maybe somewhere like the Dominican. I'm not sure. Honestly, either one is great. Getting to go experience another culture as part of a school, not even on your own. It's just great experience.
So I think they're doing another Costa Rica trip, but the difference is they're going to the beach this time. We didn't go to the beach last time, but I think I'm going to go to Nashville because I'm a music guy. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Yes, I have all my life to go to Tennessee, but I want to go now. Or I'll go. Where are the Golden Isles at?
I was also thinking of that. That's my number one trip. That's in Georgia, I think. Bottom. It's Jekyll Island, I think.
Jekyll Island. I was also thinking Belize. But I think my overall pick's going to be Nashville, just because I'm a music guy. We're going to be touring Belmont a little bit and looking at a bunch of music stuff.
Yeah, Golden Isles is my first pick. Second pick is actually Nashville, and I don't know what my third pick is. I still haven't decided that yet.
Alright, so I know we just talked about school trips, but I got a serious question for you guys. What are y'all's favorite video games?
I've actually been into Rainbow Six Siege lately. Been playing a lot of that with my cousin and with friends. Very competitive, very hard game. I played it a long time ago. Took a break for like 2 years, and now I'm just getting back into it. Not because of any specific YouTubers coming out, but my friends tried to talk me back into getting into it because they got it. So now I'm starting to do it again. And also, that's not my favorite video game. Just talking about ones that I've been playing lately. Favorite video game, not much replayability, but honestly, my favorite ones are the Arkham Batman trilogy, not Suicide Squad. We are not going to talk about that game, but the first three: Asylum, Return to Arkham Island, and then Arkham Knight. Great games. Honestly, I wish they would make more games like that. It was just so perfect.
So, personally, I've never been a DC fan. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Forgive me. I have sinned. Anyways, y'all can probably guess my favorite game. If y'all want to like shout it out, you can.
Rocket League.
Yes, it's Rocket League. I mentioned this in the last episode. Rocket League, I don't really have an explanation on why it's my favorite. It's been part of my childhood. It's something that has grown with me. Even adults play it, so like it's one of those games that could be a kid game or it could be like a chill, casual game where you're just trying to play soccer with cars that fly. So that's my favorite game. You said you mentioned Siege. I've also been playing Siege recently. I've been playing Siege a little bit after I started Rocket League, but I've taken many, many long breaks because I'm not that great at Siege, personally. But give me a month or two without a long break, and I will be fine. And also, Siege isn't crossplay, and most of my friends play on Xbox.
Yeah.
So
I'm an Xbox guy.
You won't find me playing Siege much unless I have Siege to play with someone. Like yesterday, I was playing Siege with Benton, and then later, after Benton got off, and like an hour later, I hopped back on Siege and probably played for about 30 minutes. So for me, Siege isn't that fun a game unless I play with friends. That might be different for you guys, but
I did hear that crossplay is coming out
December, I think.
December,
Yeah.
year 4.
I will say that I find that relatable with a lot of games. Like not being able to play with your friends. That's kind of what makes the game so fun. Like being able to like mess around with your friends or whatever, just have a fun time. Just like playing games with random people isn't the same for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say favorite game right now. I mean, I have different kinds of favorite games, like favorite mobile game, favorite Xbox, PC game. I would say favorite game overall, probably Rainbow right now. And then on mobile, probably Brawl Stars. I'm not sure if
Brawl
a lot of
Stars
people know what that is, but it's a fun
I was
game.
addicted to that game for like a couple of years. It was a great game.
And the thing for a lot of games is like, if you don't like commit to it, then you might not enjoy the game, because sometimes it takes commitment to like get better at the game to actually like develop a better enjoyment of the game. That's how Rocket League is. If you're just driving around and not learning how to front flip in Rocket League, I'm sorry, you're not getting anywhere. It's not gonna be fun for you. If you don't know how to fly in Rocket League, it's not gonna be fun for you. So I mean, for Rocket League, just take the time to learn it. Anyways, sorry.
Yeah. I feel like a good genre of games that have come out lately have actually been indie games. Like with the whole edition of Helldivers 2, that's been huge lately. Of course, there's been a lot of controversy surrounding it now. Lethal Company, been playing that game so much lately with a lot of friends, including you, Casey. It's been going. It's honestly probably one of my favorite games right now. Same with Content Warning, although I don't think it's as good as Lethal Company. It literally just took everything from that game. Landfall made it, which, Landfall, the game's gonna die in a week. That's Landfall games. They're popular for like a month, and then they stop updating them, which we're gonna get trucks in Lethal Company soon, which is gonna be great. Yeah, you haven't seen the new trailer? Version 55, I think it's 51 trucks coming in. It's gonna be great.
So, I mentioned this game last podcast episode. Obviously, you haven't watched my episode, but this is a game relevant to all three of us. The Finals.
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all think about that? I think
COD killer.
That's exactly what I said last episode.
Call of Duty has just been so bad lately with all their microtransactions. I will not be buying another game from them unless they just get it together, because with the short campaigns and the horrible story and all the microtransactions that are happening, and it also horrible zombie modes, I am not going to buy another game. Finals, free, hardly any microtransactions, which they don't force you to buy, and overall, it's just a fun, fluid game.
Great graphics, I have to say. But I want to come back to the COD thing later. But the Finals just got great graphics at the expense of some people's PCs crashing. And
Not an issue for Xbox.
I have
Just gonna say it.
I've
Not mine
had
either.
some problems with Lethal Company. I think one time I tried to play it, it crashed my PC
Ow.
like 10 times in a row, maybe.
It's
But
okay. We have a friend that, you know Jalen? His computer crashed when he tried to play.
And it's like, the game isn't even really like, there's like nothing, and it's a very small game.
I have to say, compared to like some Call of Duty games where they're like $70 just for the basic game, and then it's just not as good as newer games coming out.
I will never
like they were
pay
saying.
$70 for a video game. That is just stupid.
Especially
Yeah.
with like newer Call of Duty games like Vanguard. It's just not all the hype, not what it's hyped up to be. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think what makes a game really good is its personality. And what I mean by that, like, let me give an example. Like, the graphics of a game can hugely contribute to the personality. So, the Finals, it's more of an animation. It's not really realistic. Call of Duty, it's more realistic. Lethal Company, I don't know how to explain that one. Like,
Simple.
when I first got into Lethal Company, I thought the graphics were terrible, but it's just the game's personality. It's just what makes Lethal Company. Okay, so graphics is a big contributor to the personality. It's one of the best contributors to like why I play the game. Like Rocket League, it's an animated game. It's not really realistic. I mean, flying cars. Come on.
maybe in 10 years.
Maybe in 10 years.
Will not happen. I
But then
guarantee you
again,
that.
10 years ago we thought we had flying cars, and now we're getting brain rot Ohio Rizzler memes all over the internet.
Let's
now.
not get into that conversation right now.
No, we're not. We're gonna avoid that.
We are not going there.
We guarantee you there will be no talk about brain rot subjects on this podcast.
No sir. Black Ops 6 is coming. Do you think that will boost COD's or Activision's reputation?
I didn't even know there was a 5, so...
Cold War is...
Cold War,
Cold
technically. War. Honestly, I think Cold War was the last good Call of Duty game. They're trying... Is Treyarch doing this one? Because the marketing team is going a very Treyarch approach to marketing, like they did with the older COD games. Very real, very... It's not lively. I'm just gonna say that it's not fun topics that they're getting into. But honestly, if they can keep this going, I think, because the thing with Call of Duty, it went from a realistic game to such an absurd, like, now you got like Snoop Dogg putting weed on people when they kill them, like, and then you got these Teletubby guys that have come in, like, it's just like, what is happening last time that I went on it, I saw a sloth that the gun that it shoots putting bongs on people's heads. It's just, I don't know what's happening to the game, but it used to be so realistic and so grounded. Zombies, I mean, it was fine. I was fine with it. I mean, you could put some sci-fi into like a realistic game, and I'm fine with it. But they just have gone way too far, and they need to take a step back.
I agree. I think they might be trying too hard to reach like an irrelevant audience.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I feel like that's like relatable when it comes to a lot of games, though.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to do something different, put themselves out there more, and it's just not working out.
And something that like I think I've seen almost every game do is like they're trying to find an audience that is not relevant to the original game that everyone loves. Okay? Take Fortnite, for example.
Mm-hmm.
When it was originally made, it wasn't made for 9-year-old kids. Look at Fortnite now. Okay. 5-year-olds. That's all I have to say. I think if you haven't seen 5-year-olds play Fortnite, I think you should go witness it. I think little kids' first cuss words come from Fortnite.
Yes.
I think that if I ever hear the phrase boxed like a fish, I'm going to lose my marbles. Okay. My point is, let's keep the intended audience in the perspective of the produced game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now we have 9-year-olds playing Call of Duty. Okay. I have a friend who has a little brother who is 8 now. Yep. And I was playing Call of Duty with him, and man, the words coming out of his mouth almost gave me nightmares. Like, I like the cute little kids, man. Don't take that out of context.
Whoa.
Like, no one wants to see a kid, like, get so triggered over a game that isn't even made for them. But nowadays, that's where this is going. Nowadays, they're because that's where they know the attention is going to go. Little kids are going to want to play these games. But I don't think that's right. Anyways.
Yeah, I remember the childhood games that we had, like Skylanders, Wii Sports. We had it was Skylanders and Infinity, Disney Infinity. Such good games. That was such a great childhood. Minecraft was a huge childhood game for me. Yeah. Honestly, like it was just so good. Wii Sports, the Wii system was genius and was amazing.
I mean, and those games were so good because the intended audience was playing them. Like, most of those games were made for kids who were younger and like could handle it and wouldn't get upset, wouldn't get frustrated. They just have good experience playing the games, and I mean, I think that's how it should be. I mean, it was great.
I agree. Yeah. I think I'm a victim of it too. When I was like 10, I played Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. And that's all I played. And I think that kind of ruined my imagination. Because, like, I was so focused on just shooting people at the time. So...
He grew up real fast.
Yeah.
He became grounded in reality.
Yeah, it's rough. So...
Go
ahead.
Sorry. The first person shooter game that I had ever played, I played with my dad all the time. It was Halo. But honestly, I feel like there's a very different thing between Call of Duty and Halo. Because Call of Duty, there's no really good guys or bad guys. You're just going in and shooting people. Which I feel like is just, like, it's not something that you put in front of kids. What I feel like is different on Halo, though, it's good guys and bad guys. It's the same thing as, like, Marvel. Like, it's fine showing that to kids because it's, like, a good guy, bad guy thing.
Yeah, like cops and robbers.
Yeah, you're not putting them just free-for-all, go kill some people. It'll be fun.
Yeah, and going off of that, like, Call of Duty is realistic. Like, it's people, obviously, like, killing people. And that's not what little kids should see or be part of. And then Halo is, like, more sci-fi, unrealistic, like, it doesn't feel as real.
Yeah, I agree. This was when I was about 12, I started playing Call of Duty Black Ops 3, and I thought it was a fun idea to go into the zombie mode. Now, as a little kid, I was terrified. Not by the zombies, though. It was the beginning cutscene that got me. I had nightmares for days. Okay, I don't want to go into detail of what I saw, because as a kid, that was very abnormal. Okay.
Yeah.
But
the flood in Halo freaked me out. Because I love Halo 3, honestly, is the best one, but the flood freaked me out as a kid.
I'm just saying, keep the intended audience in mind, okay?
Yeah, that's good.
All right, we're going to end it there, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been a great episode. I got to mention, we're learning how to do a podcast. We're getting better at this. I think I can say with a lot of confidence that this is